The 5 worst types of Phantom Forces players. You know, these are the kind of people that really grind my gears, the people that make me want to hop off and go punch a punching bag or even a hole in my wall, I don't know. But yeah, of course we have the camping snipers. That's our first one. You know, camping snipers, the kind of people that'll sit in the back of the map with a BFG and proceed to get like 30 kills and like 20 deaths, you know, or even like sometimes they'll go negative, like they'll be like 30 and like 40. But like they always just sit in the back of the map. They never play close range. Even on maps like Metro, they'll literally just be sitting back there with their BFG, you know. And this is kind of different from like aggro snipers in the sense that they literally just sit in one spot. The entire game, the entire 15 minutes, they will sit back there and just snipe, and that's literally the only thing that they will do. I don't understand how some people can actually play like this, you know. It's just like I kind of like to get into the fights and have fun rather than just sit and casually click some heads. Like, this is an FPS game, not really this isn't a point and click adventure, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, they really grind my gears, you know. There's some people like oh, I don't know, Bromax from a couple of videos ago, you know, the people on my op list, you know, the main people that make me mad in this game are definitely camping snipers. And it's always like a rank 32 with a BFG. Like, why is it always specifically rank 32? It's never 35, it's never like 29. It's always specifically a rank 32 with a BFG. And I don't know why it's rank 32 specifically, but there's just something about rank 30s, you know, that always like to pre-buy the most OP snipers for no reason. Or, well, I guess the BFG isn't exactly OP in my opinion, but that's a completely different discussion, you know. And then, of course, like some of the setups these people will put on their snipers are just completely diabolical. Like, they'll literally put like the R2 suppressor with like freaking EOTech sight. Then they'll put like, I don't know, the Hera CQR grip on it, and then maybe even hollow points for some reason, and they absolutely kill the sniper that they're trying to use to camp with. Like, buddy, it's not that hard, just run the sniper default, please. Like, honestly, snipers are one of the only guns to where, like, you can just run it default and it'll be just fine. I mean, sometimes you can throw a sight on it and that would make it better, but, I mean, it's really just, it's not a gun that needs a setup, you know? Next up, we have shotgun goblins. Yeah, I know it's kind of hypocritical because I'm being a shotgun goblin in this video right now with the background footage, but these are the kind of people that will hop around like a little bunny rabbit, and they'll just absolutely go crazy, and they'll one-shot you. Like, you'll just be minding your own business, you'll turn one corner, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're dead. You don't even have time to react because you just get your head blown off by like a Remington 870, you know? And a lot of the times these guys don't have good setups on their shotguns either, but that doesn't even matter at all because shotguns are just so OP as is, you know? That like they don't even need a good setup to do good with the shotgun because that's just the way it works in Phantom Forces, you know? Like sometimes they'll be running like the most atrocious attachments I've ever seen. Like they'll literally put like, I wouldn't say a scope, but they'll put some impractical sight on it, and then they'll throw on a weird barrel. Like, I'm not gonna lie, even some of the chokes, like most of the chokes in Phantom Forces, I should say, suck. I never use chokes in the game because they're actually kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie. But what makes it even worse is when they use like a KSG 12, you know, just like a really gross shotgun, you know, something like that, like KSG 12 or I don't know, the Sega 12. The Sega 12 actually makes me so mad, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why, but specifically the Sega 12 makes me mad. And then there's like the OP shotguns, like the KS-23M, you know, that thing's actually, it's actually insane. Like, you can one-tap people across the map. Or the Spaz 12. The Spaz 12 is actually kind of crazy right now. And then there's the DT11. Oh my god, the DT11. That thing, you know, has 2 shots, but it's actually crazy how OP that thing is. It does so much damage, and it actually has pretty decent range, and that always makes me so mad when I see people using that. And then the Stevens DB. There's no shotgun in the game that makes me more mad than the Stevens DB. Like, it's actually insane how it's basically a sniper shotgun. That's the way I can describe it. You can kill people so far away with that thing, and people just like to abuse it, you know. That's just the way it is. Next up, we have the no-lifers. These guys are actually insane. They'll spend their entire day, weeks upon weeks and days upon days, just playing Phantom Forces, and that's the only thing they'll do. Like, these guys probably like stink. They're probably sitting in their chairs stinking it up, eating food in their room, you know, their room's all trashed up. But these guys, you know, they're usually like high rank 200s, you know, lower rank 300s, or sometimes even beyond. Sometimes like I'll see a rank 400 and it's like, come on, dude. This is Roblox. Are you actually spending that much time on Phantom Forces? Not only like is it Phantom Forces, but like there's so many other games you can play on Roblox as well just to pass the time. Like if you're just gonna spend all day playing games, you might as well play some different games as well. Like add a variety in there, you know? Don't just play Phantom Forces like 16 hours a day. Like, come on, man. And then these guys, the funny thing is they'll either be doing like two different things. Like they'll either be going super hard and getting like 100 kill games back to back, or they'll literally be doing like so trash, like they'll be like 10 and 20. Like there's literally no in between. I don't see a high rank like either doing mid or like kind of decent, you know? They're either doing super good and top fragging, or they're literally bottom fragging, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I see them doing like the most completely stupid things, probably because they've gotten so bored that like they take the most like ridiculous guns and slap the most ridiculous things on there just for the goof and the laugh, which I guess that's fine as is, but they're not doing it just for fun. They're doing it just because they've gotten so bored of using everything else that they have nothing left to do with the game. And at that point, it's just like, man, why don't you try something else? You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm not saying all like high ranks are like that, because there's been people that have played for years upon years just here and there, and they've gotten to be a pretty high rank. Like I'm rank 171, I think, and I've been playing since like early 2018, late 2017, something like that. But I mean, in that amount of time, you know, I haven't consistently played Phantom Forces like every day. Until I started YouTube, of course, but I think before I started making Phantom Forces videos, I was like rank 100, and that was after like 2 or 3 years of playing the game. So I don't know, some people can get to like rank 100 in like a year or two. And then some people, I've even seen some people get to like rank 300 within like a couple of years. And it's like, how is this literally possible, you know? Like you have to be sitting inside and playing Phantom Forces all day for that to be possible. And it's like, come on, man. Can you do something else, you know? Then that brings me to my next thing, tryhards. Tryhards are they're actually crazy, you know? Like they'll literally be dropping 100 games back to back to back, and you know they'll never do bad, you know. And they're the kind of guys that, you know, they jump around and you can never get a shot. You can never get a shot off on them because they're moving so crazily, you know. Like they'll literally be moving in ways that I've never seen a Phantom Forces player move before. Like they'll find a new movement text just by themselves alone. And sometimes they'll even like go crazy and drop like a 200 kill game. And it's like, you're making the game not fun for everybody else, like for all the casual people out there. You're just out there like dropping kills like crazy, and we can't even play because right when we spawn in, we immediately get shot and killed by you know what I mean? And tryhards, you know, I almost never see them using shotguns, which, thank God, but they're always either using like an assault rifle, an LMG, or a sniper. Those are kind of like their main three. And then sniper, it's usually like the SVDS or like the StyLiS Scout. You know, StyLiS Scout's popular with tryhards. And tryhards, they're usually a higher rank, but they're usually like upper 100s or lower 200s, which is fine. But I don't know, like the tryhards, they kind of make it hard for casuals to enjoy the game, if that makes sense. Like, man, go take your talent somewhere else. And lastly, we have toxic players, the kind of people that will literally like vote kick you for using a gun that they don't like, or they'll literally vote kick you for like moving a specific way they don't like. And then when you ask them about it, they're just like completely mean to you in the chat, you know? Like they'll say some like terrible stuff just because you got under their nerves. Like, come on, man. And then it's not even hard to get under these people's nerves either. Like you could do like the smallest thing and then boom, they're like lighting you up in the chat for no reason. And the funny thing is, there's a lot of these people in the Phantom Forces community. Like, you won't believe how many toxic people I've ran into just in game chat alone. I used to be one of them, I'm not gonna lie. I used to have, like, anger problems, and I used to get so mad at the game for no reason. And, like, I would, like, get so mad and, like, I would say bad things to, like, people in the chat that were killing me a bunch. But, hey, I'm not doing that anymore, okay? And then these are also the kind of guys that will teabag you for killing them once, and it's like, come on. But they're always like ranked like 50 to 75, you know, I always see them in that kind of rank range. And another thing that I've noticed is that they're usually actually using bad setups as well. So it's like, they don't really have anyone to blame but themselves. Their skill is, you know, kind of up to themselves in that sense. But yeah, I hate toxic players, man. But yeah, that was the 5 worst types of Phantom Forces players. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe right now. And also like the video and comment your least favorite type of Phantom Forces player. But yeah, we're on the road to 18K, so subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.